Today, many of our Cox employees are here helping pack, sort, and get packages ready to help the Midwest Food Bank work on alleviating hunger in the Phoenix area. Cox has partnered with the Midwest Food Bank for a number of years, and through our Cox community grants and through our volunteer hours, we've been able to help them out, because what they do is really allow us to give back to the communities that we live in, that we work in, to make sure that we're making a difference. April is our volunteer month for Cox Communications, and we work with all of our employees to let them know all the great volunteer opportunities that we have. However, we don't just restrict it to April. Throughout the year, we encourage our employees to give back to the communities in which they live and which they serve, so that we can help those less fortunate than us.
We have received funding from Cox Communication for our Hope Pack program. Our Hope Pack program is weekend backpack meals for kids.
Midwest Food Bank's mission is to alleviate hunger and malnutrition while also sharing the love of Christ. We do that without discrimination. And in addition, we provide disaster relief. So this type of event here at Midwest Food Bank really allows us to take product that we receive free of charge from manufacturers, but like in real bulk quantities.
We serve agencies one every 10 minutes, Monday through Thursday, 8 till noon. So literally food they might package today or food that might get brought in today, we literally will have it on the streets tomorrow.
Partnerships are core to what Midwest Food Bank does. Everything we do is in collaboration with organizations, from the groups that come and volunteer through our donors. We have many charitable foundations. So the work that Cox Communication is doing today with the volunteer group and the financial support is just the core to how we operate our organization.
One of the Cox Core's values is making sure that we give back. And through that, through Cox Charities, through different volunteer programs, we give the opportunity for our employees to really make a difference to the communities and the areas that we serve, so that our neighbors, our friends, our colleagues, those that are less fortunate than us, can really be helped out.
Cox volunteers, first of all, bring a lot of energy and fun to the process. There's a job for everybody, and it is really fun too. So we have a lot of music going on and people that are kind of singing and dancing and having a good time, and they realize after a couple hours, like, that went a lot faster than they expected just because they're having a good time.
You know, this warehouse just turns so fast and food comes in, and yeah, it couldn't be done without the volunteers at all.
Cox Volunteers! Woo!
Cox is dedicated to making a positive impact in the community that it serves. Through community service, expanding digital equity, and providing resources to support its customers and employees at work and home, and seeking to leave a lasting impact. We traveled to Las Vegas, where we visited the Department of Family Services, who are caretakers to help children in foster care.
The kids are going to get a blanket, a toy, and they will also get some toiletries.
I've been fostering a little over, coming up on 5 years. I started a little bit before COVID. I fostered and provided respite for over 16 kids. I welcome every child into my home and let them know that they're appreciated, valued. I always introduce them to the kids that's already in my home. Make sure I advocate for them, whether that's for school, medical needs, make sure that their needs are being met, make sure that they maintain a relationship with their parents, because reunification is always a goal, and just to make sure that they're heard, because sometimes they don't have a voice.
The goal of foster care is always reunification. So what that means is, as soon as a child is coming into foster care, we at the Department of Family Services are working with that biological family to address concerns so that their children can be reunified. Foster parents are an integral piece to this because they are the ones who have any current information on the child. They're working with the child, they know what the child needs, and they can be a service and a support to that parent so that the parent can get some additional mentorship and guidance from another parent that's walking along them with this journey.
As a foster parent champion staff in the unit, my role is to be able to provide resources and supports to the caregivers. Sometimes there's emotional support, not just resources like clothes. Many times emotional support for the caregivers is very important because it can be challenging and it can be emotionally charged at times.
One of my favorite things about my job is really being able to connect with and meet with families. And one of the great ways that we can do that is by meeting with families at one of our many events that we do throughout the year. We do events throughout the year, not only to give kids a fun thing to come out and do, but also for the foster parents to learn a little bit more about resources in the community and for them to get a little bit of a break too from the day-to-day parenting.
There are several events that your kids can attend, and it's amazing that they always give back. The Christmas event, the back to school event, the spring event. So just being a foster parent, those are extra resources that you get as well. And just to see all the kids interact with each other, it's a great experience.
Any foster parent that I've ever talked to has talked about how this is one of the most difficult things that they've ever done and one of the most rewarding, and that they would do it all over again in a heartbeat.
Anybody can be a foster parent. All you have to do is be over the age of 21, have a clean background, be a Clark County resident, and make sure you have enough space in your home. But you can be from any demographics. I always say just make sure you're comfortable with what you want to do. And if you have any stigmas, just make sure you come to an info session to find out what you can do. And don't be afraid to ask questions. It only takes one caring adult. So if you care enough, you can make a difference.